What's up everybody, I'm Justin and this is the story video for Guitar Journal number 5, Ghost. This piece is actually one of my favorite pieces I've ever written. I was really surprised because when the ghosting, if you will, happened, I picked up my guitar and this just came out. It was total spur of the moment inspiration, and I think that's an incredible thing. And you know, I had a friend actually ask me, he was like, how do you write this stuff? And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I feel things and I play. If you were wondering, the song is in fact about getting ghosted. I think it's something most of us go through on some level, maybe not even in a romantic sense, but I think we've all been left on the line or had the rug pulled out from under us before we were ready with no explanation. So let's get into the journal. You know how this goes. Ghost is about the times when life removes something from you before you're ready to say goodbye. It could be a person, job, maybe even a dream. We've all been there when that thing we're so excited about disappears before we get to see it through. It's easy to get down on ourselves when we're ghosted. We start to plan our future. We enrapture ourselves in this wonderful fantasy of how we think this circumstance is gonna play out, only to have it disappear in an instant. You know, we can't control our circumstances, but we can control our response to them. So I think our best response in the face of a ghost is to approach the situation with gratitude. I know that's awful and it's something I'm working on. We can choose to be thankful that what wasn't meant for us has now made room for what was. So we have to let the fantasy die. After all, it is nothing but fantasy. And for the times we are tempted to disappear on others, we can remember how it felt to be on the other side. The emotionally mature person considers others' feelings, not just their own. They realize we are all chasing down a fantasy, we are all searching for meaning, and we are all valuable, whether our stories will continue to intertwine or part. To the ghosted, take heart. A better dream is giving birth, one that will not stay fantasy, but transform your reality. So I'm sure you noticed there's like 2 main themes in the song to really try to capture the experience of what I was communicating. The first theme is the sadder theme, the more contemplative. It's that initial feeling and sting of like, oh, I guess this is done. Yeah, and it's really cool. It has this like A minor add 9 chord that I think really adds like the feels, you know? And it was something I stumbled upon. I didn't even know what that was. I just played it and I had to look it up because I was like, what is this chord? Because I accidentally played an E minor chord shape wrong, but it ended up being that, and I was like, this is beautiful. Sometimes the magic is in the mistakes, right? And then the second theme of the song is kind of acknowledging the hope that, you know, one day this won't happen. The overarching theme in all of this is no matter what leaves us in this life, because there is no guarantee of any of those things staying, God never does. And His love covers all of our shortcomings. So this song really isn't meant to villainize ghosters. Sure, I don't think that's appropriate behavior and we should probably readjust our social contract that said that was okay. No, that's not okay. We need to be better than that. A lot of times I hear people throw around this idea that like, well, they don't owe you anything. You don't owe them anything. And it's like, that is ridiculous. When did we become so selfish? Where we're like, yep, you don't need to consider others. That's ridiculous. You know what? You do owe that person something because that is a precious child of God and their story matters. My goal is to try to uphold that in my life and to be as considerate as possible with all people. You know, I think the silver lining in all of it, right, is Romans 8:28. It doesn't mean that the situation is good. Now, sometimes it could be good and you just don't know it until, you know, you're more removed from it. But it's not that the situation's good, but God can use it for good. So try not to let your heart get bitter and trust that there's gonna be a person out there for you. There is gonna be that job out there for you. There is gonna be that opportunity, that circumstance, that dream. And you know, the beautiful thing is we have Jesus, and I think something that's becoming more apparent to me over time in this quarantine especially is that Jesus plus nothing really does equal everything. If you enjoyed this video, you like the song, you want to hear more stuff because there's plenty to come, you can like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz, and I'll catch you next time.